New day equals new you. The more you hold, the more you lose. This is a story of Rima. Rima is currently studying in the 11th standard. After securing first position throughout the year, she topped her 10th board exams. Everyone in her family was extremely proud of her. There wasn't a single kiddie party where her mother didn't brag about her daughter, who topped the entire school. Rima herself was filled with pride. She started believing that she was now smart enough to ace any exam. However, the same Rima who once topped her school in the 10th grade barely passed her first semester exams in 11th. This downfall left her devastated. She regretted not studying well when she had the time. Even during the second semester, she lacked the motivation to study. In class, she studied like crazy, but during exams, doubts clouded her mind. What if my answer doesn't make sense? Is this answer enough for 5 marks? Does my handwriting look good? Did I write enough? Soon, she received her second semester results. Disappointment was again evident in her eyes. Despite sacrificing everything once again, she still couldn't top the class. Even her grandmother, who adored her, noticed the change in her granddaughter's eyes. One evening, her grandma called her over and asked why she seemed so sad. Rima confessed how her academic downfall had affected her reputation. She was so happy when she topped her 10th board exams, but now, she couldn't even score good marks in 11th, and she was already feeling stressed about her 12th board exams. Her grandma smiled and asked, "During your 10th board exams, what are the things you learned?" Rima paused and answered, "I don't remember." "Okay, then tell me what the last chapter of your science textbook talks about," her grandma asked again. This time, Rima answered correctly. Her grandma continued, "You see, when you were preparing for your 10th board exams, you were doing it just for yourself. You never mentioned wanting to top the exams. You just focused on the process, right?" Rima nodded. "Right, but even now I am studying alone." Her grandma continued, "Back then, you weren't preparing to ace the exams or to make someone proud. You weren't addicted to the results. But once you tasted success, you clung to it. So much so that you made it your identity." Rima was confused and asked, "What do you mean, Grandma?" Her grandma smiled. "To put it simply, you started shaping your present identity based on your past success. Because of that, you started putting in effort while keeping the end results in mind, which distracted you from the actual learning process. You just wished to top the exam rather than truly learn." Rima thought for a moment and then asked, "But during this exam, I was focused on preparation rather than the end result. So why couldn't I top?" Grandma smiled and replied, "Just like how you clung to your success during the first semester, this time, you were clinging to the fear of failing again. You were so afraid of barely passing that you couldn't focus on the present. When you live in your past, whether it's trying to recreate an achievement or fearing a past failure, you will always lose in the present, because the past does not exist anymore. The more you hold on to past events, the more you lose your chance to live in the present. Learn from your successes and failures, but move on." Then, her grandma gently said, "Detach from your past and connect with your present."